Hello and welcome, Rahul. You're watching me on my YouTube channel, my talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas, and try to inform you of latest development because it is essential and important to keep abreast with the latest development. Because if you have knowledge, information, you can find any opportunity. And in this mad scramble where we have conditioned our world into monetary values, financial abundance. If you don't have financial abundance, you won't be given reverence or any kind of accolade. And if you really want to find that, you have to persevere. So that's why in this information is it is important that we should be agile enough to process information, to accumulate and gather information that can further enhance our ability. It is one of the most essential thing nowadays that we become tech savvy, we become someone who can have ability to process data, to understand exactly what the data is showing and how to interpret on those data and can bring meaningful solution to all those problems that may exist, because finding solution to problems will only give our life meaningful purpose and will drive us to find better cashing on opportunities. Because if we are not capitalizing on our skills, then we will be left behind, and the prime objective of life is to sustain better livelihood. If you won't have better livelihood, how can you sustain that? And that is why it is essential and important that you find better opportunities. And once you'll have that in your mind, that finding excellencies is the only way to dominate in this market. Because if you don't dominate, others will. If I will tell you about the metaphysical war, the spiritual war that is going on, you won't even believe all the time fabrication is going on, and some people have created foundations based on felony, promises and false belief systems, but they are dominating sometimes because of the matrix, which is always favoring darkness all the time because they want control and control any kind of manipulations and any kind of disgrace or any kind of bad attitude and agile and shrewd tactics help them. And that is what they do. They want to create a narrative all around that they should have a control over all those masses. It is okay that if you let get liberation all the time to all the peoples around, it will be difficult to survive the system. But it is not even in favorable that who are really are capable, they should not be given opportunity. They should be given opportunity, and they should have in their mind that if they are ascending, they should have that all the abundance that they should be given. But it is not the reality, what I say, the very good opportunities is here because today, a very good tournament is going on, and today is World Cup final of women's cricket team, and our team has reached there. So we will be enjoying watching that cricket. But the match between, spiritual war is also getting tense, because all those people who are all the time manipulating and trying to create a narrative around, they have access to information, they have access to little tools because of which they're trying to dominate. And but it is not in their favor. If we the true person, if we will reflect our true personality, we are walking and crawling little because we want to be a turtle. We don't want to be someone who can run faster like a horse, otherwise it can ruin their life. But we want to create a better life standard for all the persons who can live peacefully, who can live beautifully, who can ascend and can thrive. That is what is our purpose. But they don't see it. They think of this, that this is a war, either this side or either that side, they have to cross the road. That is what they think. But on foundations, which is really felony, which is really filled with darkness, nothing light, no light is there. They are all feeding on our light. That is what is their thought, that if they will feed all along, their hunger will be satiated. But this is not the truth. This is not the truth. Their hunger won't be satiated. If the light source will end, they will be scrambling here and there, but they know exactly that they will find another destiny, another person to feed on, and that is what is there in their mind. But I just want to tell you that exactly how the fabrication goes deeper and ugly. But we don't want to strike them with full force, because if we will do, they won't survive. They say that their refrigerator, their geyser and other things is not working, and they try it like a mad scramble, like a mad dog, but we don't want to involve ourselves in that kind of clumsy, discussions. We want to make ourselves better personality each and every day, that so that everybody could have light, everybody could have destiny, but we know exactly that if we will go through all our forces, they will be given death sentences even. Since today, I know exactly that programs around us are more active, and there could be many agencies, and other entities that can create problem. I have not been able to pay since morning a single transaction, which is really important for me. I know exactly what could be the problems. Maybe bots, maybe some programs that are preventing, that refreshing the page and trying to delay the OTPs and all these things that are technically can be handled. Maybe another agency could be doing that, but we don't attribute to that because it is very rare. And most of the programs are self-aware that you won't even understand. You call them bots, but most of the intelligent programs, they are programmed, and that is why in digital arena they are active. And the another thing, your genie can be all around, because if you are really someone who can go on into darkness, you would have seen that there is always a genie with you, which is always acting and trying to satiate all your wisdom. But it is not the truth. If you will go and enlighten yourself up, if you can strive and consort to the whole world that you can survive and can brighten your light enough so that others can be benefited, and once you walk that trajectory, once you walk that path, every person around will be changed. Their mindset will change, even the environment will change, everybody will thrive, and that is what we want. We want chaos. We don't want to indulge ourselves into chaotic disruptions. Rather, we want to indulge ourselves in such kind of growth mindset that can define everyone's opportunity. That is what we want. We want a sense, and we want better opportunity to all the persons around, and that is why we want to sustain all these things. But war is war. If you really won't take any actions, they will certainly go beyond. And that is why I want to tell you that you have to be really vigilant. You have to be aware each and every time whatever is happening with you, whatever is happening around, and you won't have to lose your temperament, because if you lose your temperament, you lose everything. But their fabrication is so deep that sometimes it is vexing. Once you will go through your other schedule of of your food, even if you're consuming something different, they will have information about that, and they will try to provoke all those secret societies who are doing dark rituals even. They will perform that, and you have to go through pain. It happens. You won't even understand how deep it goes. It goes very deeply, but if you will go through all these things and you will contemplate that, then it will be difficult for you to survive. But we have been through that great process. That is why we have every knowledge, and that is why we sustain. We know exactly what is happening around and how deep the rabbit hole goes, and that is what is the reality, because even no agency is left behind. Our agency could not have such kind of deep analytic mind. We know that, but even they are driving sex home. What can we say? Their agency is driving sex home. What their secretaries has said 6 months before. That is what their statement. But actual intelligence system, I will say that in the cosmic intelligence, all their deeds are being documented. That is what they have to understand. If anyone with full force will go against them, they will have to die. They will have to give up altogether. And that is why we have certain reservations in our mind. We don't want to create chaos around. And that is what they should take lessons from that, But let it happen, whatever will happen. We have to strive, we have to make our presence better, and that is what we are doing. They have cut off our reach, but they cannot exactly cut off our reach how the universe plays its role. We know exactly how deeply it goes, the rabbit hole goes, and that is why we always try to illuminate the light around whatever we can. We can cater, we try to do that. Whatever we can provide, we try to do that. If we want to transform your ability. Thank you for listening to me.